السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وبارك وسلم تسليما كثيرا. أما بعد. Welcome to Quranic Arabic Academy. Arabic Grammar Made Easy, lesson number 47. In this lesson, we're going to learn how to ask questions, or how to make الجملة الاسمية as a question or interrogative. So we need some articles of questions, and they are called أدوات الاستفهام. There are two types of words used to ask questions. Number one is حروف. They are harf particles. And number two, they are isms. The حروف and isms. So we use these the particles of istifham at the beginning of الجملة الاسمية. So we look at those, the حروف الاستفهام and أسماء الاستفهام, and we will talk about each of them in more details, and we'll have some examples. Start the lesson today. Lesson number 47, أدوات الاستفهام. To make or making الجملة الاسمية interrogative. There are two types of interrogative words. Number one, حروف الاستفهام. Number two, أسماء الاستفهام. So when we will see these أدوات, these particles in a sentence, when we see a particular word, we will know it is harf, and when we see a particular, we will know it is ism. In the grammar, it's considered ism. Let's start with number one, حروف الاستفهام. The حروف الاستفهام are used at the beginning of جملة اسمية to make جملة اسمية interrogative, and they are two in total. Number one, ألف with the fatha, وهمزة, and هل, and هل. So these are the two حروف الاستفهام. So the normal will be زيد قائم, زيد قائم, Zaid is standing. If we want to make a question, we use at the front or هل at the front. We say زيد قائم or هل زيد قائم. Is Zaid standing? Next, هل الرجل جالس. When we put together, becomes هلل. هل الرجل جالس. Is the man sitting? أهذا قلم. Is this a pen? Okay. Now what's the difference between Hamza and Hal? There is no difference. We can use any of them. But only difference is a little different, that when there's alif lam on the mubtada, then it's better to use hal. Because we can say hal ar-rajulu, halir rajulu. Okay, so over here, if we use, becomes الرجل, becomes الرجل جالس. So maybe you're asking a question, but the listener, they will hear الرجل either way. So without the hamza of istifham is الرجل, when you add hamza istifham, still in pronunciation is الرجل. So when there is alif lam, is better to use هل الرجل. But when there is no alif lam over here, we can use both. So it won't make any difference. هل زيد قائم or زيد قائم. Both can be used. Yeah, so this is only slightly different between usage of hamza istifham and hal. So if the mubtada is marifa with alif lam, better to use hal. Next, number 2, the asma'ul istifham are also used at the beginning of al-jumla ismiya to make jumla ismiya interrogative, and there are 11 in total. Okay, so 11 will give us different questions meaning. Let's go through them. The difference between huruf al-istifham and asma'ul istifham is that huruf al-istifham are used when the answer is yes or no. So if we're expecting the answer to be yes or no, then we use huruf al-istifham. But if we want answer to be in more details, then we use asma'ul istifham. So azaydun qa'imun, is Zayd standing? The answer should be yes or no. Yes, no. Okay, but we want more details about Zayd. So we use asma'ul istifham. So number 1 and 2, ma, madha, both means the same what. Ma, madha. Ma and madha is used for non-humans. 3 and 4, man, mandha, both are the same. Who? Number 5, kaifa, how. Number 6, aina, where. Number 7 and 8, same meaning. Mata, ayyana, when. Number 9, anna, how is that? Where from? And number 10, ayyu, which. And number 11, kam, how much, how many. Again, very simple, easy to remember. Ma, madha, man, mandha, kaifa, aina, mata, ayyana, anna, ayyu, kam. Let's look at example for each. Ma, madha, like masmuka, what is your name? We want more details. Ma hadha, what is this? 3 and 4, man, mandha, man anta, who are you? Man rabbuka, who's your Lord? Man dhalladhi, who is the one? كيف أنت؟ كيف حالك؟ How are you? Number 6. أين? Where? أين أنت؟ أين زيد؟ أين زينب؟ So because all these are isms, they are مبتدأ. ما اسمك. ما is مبتدأ, اسمك will be خبر. كيف because it's اسم مبتدأ, أنت خبر. أين أنت, أين مبتدأ. 7 and 8. متى أيانا. متى نصر الله. When will the help of Allah come? When will be the help of Allah? أيانا يوم القيامة. When will be the day of Qiyamah? Number 9. أنى لك هذا. Where did you get this from? Where is it from? أنى له الذكرى. How is that possible? أنى له الذكرى. How is it possible that advice, nasiha, will come to him? Number 10. أي شيء. Which thing? أي الناس. What people or which person? And number 11. كم كتابا عندك. How many books do you have? كم أخا لك. How many brothers do you have? Right, now what we see after the other isms, next word is in halatul rafa. After ma, next word, the khabar is halatul rafa. Man anta halatul rafa. Mata nasru halatul rafa. After ayyu, the next ism is in halatul jar. So ayyu comes as mudaf, and next word comes as mudaf ilayh. After kam, next word is in halatul nasab. Okay. So let's talk about kam. Be more information about kam. Kam is used in two ways. One is istifham, ask questions. So that is called kam istifhamiyya. Kam istifhamiyya. So if the kam is used for question, the ism after kam will be wahid nakira mansub. If it's a question, the ism after kam will be wahid nakira mansub. كم كتابا عندك. كم أخا لك. أخ brother. أخين حالة الجر. أخا حالة النسب. So if the كم is used as a question, then the ism after it will be واحد نكرة منصوب من حالة نصب. How many books do you have? كم كتابا عندك? How many brothers do you have? كم أخا لك? كم أخا لك? And number 2, كم خبرية. كم is used to give more information. That's called كم خبرية. So if the كم is used to give information, the ism after كم will be nakira majroor. Sometimes min is used with the كم after كم. In both of the case, the ism after كم will be majroor من حالة الجر. Like كم كتاب عندك? You have so many books. You are giving خبر. You are acknowledging. Or كم من كتاب عندك? You have so many books. There's a famous ayah in the Quran that says كم من فئة قليلة. A small group of people. كم مئة قليلة. So this كم here is كم خبرية, not استفهامية. Allah is giving us information about a little group of people. كم من is, you see, كم من فئة قليلة غلبت فئة كثيرة بإذن الله, have victory over a large number of people with the permission of Allah. Means a little group, if they have firm belief in Allah, Allah's help comes to them and they will be victorious. Allah is talking about the battle of Badr. كم من فئة قليلة. 313 people won the battle over thousand and thousand people. That is كم خبرية. Okay, bit more information about these. Sometimes حروف الجر are used with ما, من, أين, أي, and كم. We just talked about كم. So حروف الجر are used with ما, من, أين. ما means what? من, who. أين, where. أي, which. If حروف الجر is used with ما, the alif of ma drops. Alif of ma drops when حروف الجر are used. So I didn't say حرف الجر, not only one, حروف الجر. There could be few حروف الجر that are used with ma. It doesn't matter how many, the alif of ma will drop. For example, li. Li is used with ma, so becomes lima. Why? Lima. For example, lima anta jalisun. Why are you sitting? You're supposed to be standing, for example. Why are you sitting? And number 2, fi and ma. It becomes a fima. In what? Fima. Yes, or my boxes became small. That should be فيما أنت مشغول. Okay. Next, min with ma. becomes مما. The noon also drops because of idgham. The alif drops from the mim. مما, from what? Like مما خلق, from what he is created. Next, an plus the ma. The numbers are smaller. Yep. So an and ma becomes amma. About what? Amma yatasaaluna. About what they are asking. So these were with حروف الجر with ma. Lam حرف الجر comes في, min, an. You can say others as well. حروف الجر with man, أين, and كم. Man first. لمن, whose. لمن هذا الكتاب. لمن هذا الكتاب. Whose book is this? أين من حرف الجر. Then أين. من أين, where from. كم وحرف الجر become. Oh yes, these are the حروف الجر with the asma istifham, not after. The kam we talked about is after. After kam, harful jar is used. That is in kam khabariya. But over here we're talking about harful jar with the asma istifham. Become, for example, become هذا الكتاب. How much is this book? So we use two types of particles or two types of words to ask questions. Number one, حروف الاستفهام, and number two, أسماء الاستفهام. حروف الاستفهام are only two, Hamza and هل. هل. And أسماء الاستفهام are total 11. The difference between حروف الاستفهام and أسماء الاستفهام is حروف الاستفهام are used when the answer is expected yes or no. But if the answer is expected in more details, then we use أسماء الاستفهام. And they are ما, ماذا, من, من ذا, كيف, أين, متى, أيان, and كم. Okay. So this is end of this istifham topic. That's all we need to know about istifham. So there was another little topic I thought let's cover in this lesson. When we've learned al-Jumla al-Ismiyya, we've said the three rules to make al-Jumla al-Ismiyya. Number one, the first part is called Mubtada and second part is called the Khabar. So number one, the Mubtada is generally Ma'rifah and khabar is generally nakira. Number 2, if khabar is a description ism, the khabar agrees the mubtada in gender and in number. And number 3, both mubtada and khabar are in halatul rafa. These are the 3 rules of length. I did say now and then the mubtada generally is ma'rifa, but sometimes nakira can come. The khabar is nakira, sometimes ma'rifa can come. So what are the situations, what are the rules that mubtada can be nakira? In the last previous lessons, we did touch 1 or 2. Number 1 is the la nafi jins. After the la nafi jins, the mubtada can be nakira. But let's see how many other situations or how many other things that mubtada can be nakira. But then total 7 situations. 7 situations when mubtada can be nakira. Can mubtada be nakira? We have learned that mubtada is ma'rifa. The question is, can mubtada be nakira? The answer is yes. When the nakira ism is one of the following. So if the nakira ism is one of the following, then we will call it mubtada. Number 1, when sifa comes for a nakira ism. مركب توصيفي, but sifat comes for a nakira ism. Example, we have abdun, a nakira ism. We have sifat after it as nakira. Yes, we have mu'minun. Now we can call this abdun mubtada. This is mawsuf and mu'minun sifat. Khayrun min mushrikin, or that will become the khabar. So number 1, when sifa comes for a nakira ism. Number 2, when nakira ism is mudaf ila nakira. Normally mudaf ilay is ma'rifa, but when mudaf ilay is nakira, then that ism can be mubtada. For example, sayyaratu rajulin. The normal mudaf ila construction is sayyaratur rajuli. The mudaf ilay is ma'rifa, but when mudaf ilay is nakira, the mudaf can be the mubtada. So sayyaratu rajulin jadidatun. The car of a man is new. Number 3, when nakir ism comes after huruf al-istifham. Okay. So after huruf al-istifham, a nakira ism comes, that is also mubtada. Ilahun, because a is harf, a cannot be mubtada. Mubtada has to be ism. So after huruf al-istifham, the nakir ism comes. Ilahun ma'allah, is there any God with Allah? Answer is no. Number 4, when nakir ism comes after kam, just talked about. After kam, if it is a istifham, then nakir ism will come after it. Kam akhan laka. So now we understood from here, the come over here will be the khabar, because akhan, we are talking about mubtada, isn't it? Mubtada nakira. So kam istifhamiyya will be the khabar. The ism after it will be the mubtada. Number 5, when nakira ism comes after adawatun nafi, so after the particles of nafi, when we see nakira ism, that will be the mubtada. Like ma ahadun khayrun minka. So ma is harf istifham. Ahadun is the mubtada, which is nakira. Number 7, when nakira ism comes with lamul ibtida. Remember, we've learned to make al-jumla ismiya emphatic. We use inna and sometime lam. So if lam comes at the beginning of jumla ismiya, then we'll see the ism nakira as mubtada. La rajulun qa'imun. Surely a man is standing. And number 7, when nakira ism comes after a dua, after a prayer. Now that dua can be a good dua or bad dua, I mean curse. In both cases, the ism will be nakira. So the ism comes for dua, good or bad. Let's look at the good one. Salamun alayka. Salamun alayka. Okay. A few days ago, after one of the prayer, most likely I think it was Zuhr Salah, a person in front of me after the salam, the person in front of me was talking to his neighbor that when Imam does a salam, we don't hear clearly. Or he was saying, why is Imam saying Salamun alaykum wa rahmatullah? Normally we know we're supposed to say Assalamu alaykum wa rahmatullah. Assalamu alaykum wa rahmatullah. So he was saying, Imam is saying Salamun alaykum wa rahmatullah. Salamun alaykum wa rahmatullah. Obvious, he is our Imam. Imam, obvious, we don't expect normally these kind of things, we don't expect him to make a mistake. I told him, Imam is saying Assalamu alaykum. Maybe we don't hear the as clearly. And this is another thing I told him. Even Imam says Salamun alaykum, look, he's allowed. You need to learn Arabic grammar. Imam knows Arabic grammar. Okay, so don't think Imam is making a mistake. Most probably he's saying Assalam. We cannot hear the as clearly, the at the beginning, which Hamzatul Wasl. As I said, we don't expect Imam to make this kind of simple mistakes. No. even. He's not saying, look, is allowed. Mubtada can be nakira when it is a prayer. Dua. Salamun alayka. Don't start using this, otherwise people will jump on you. Oh, you made a mistake. You don't know how to give salam. For curse, bad dua. Waylun lil musallin. Normally is fawaylun lil musallin. Fawaylul lil musallin. So that waylun is a ism, and that lam joins the next lam. Waylul lil musallin الذين هم عن صلاتهم ساهون. That is the complete sentence. Woe to those prayers of salah, those who are neglectful about their salah. The curse, waylun. The fa is just harf atf. Actual word is waylun. And here the waylun also can be a name of Jahannam, name of a place in Jahannam. Waylun. So if it's a name, again it becomes marifa, proper. For both ways, waylun is okay. So these are the 7 situations when a mubtada can be or will be nakira, cannot be marifa. Okay. Let's see what we have. Okay, last thing. If none of the above, and if you want to bring a mubtada nakira, if none of the above, then nakira ism will come at the end as mubtada. Nakira ism will come at the end as mubtada. For example, we cannot say rajulun fil bayti. Rajulun fil bayti. We have to use one of these 7 if we want to use nakira at the beginning. We have to use one of these 7. If we cannot use one of these 7, but still we want to bring a nakira, so nakira will come at the end of this sentence. So fil bayti rajulun. Fil bayti rajulun. So now here we can say fil bayti will be the mubtada, sorry, khabar muqaddam. Khabar came first. Rajulun mubtada muakhar. More better example in the Quran. في قلوبهم مرض. So when we say nakira, there is a disease in their hearts. So we cannot say maradun fi qulubihim. Cannot start with nakira. But we have to bring nakira, and we cannot use one of the above 7. And the mubtada nakira will come at the end. في قلوبهم خبر مقدم مرض مبتدا مؤخر. There is a disease in their hearts. Next, غشاوة على أبصارهم. We want to say there is a veil on their eyes. غشاوة nakira. Okay, bring at the end. على أبصارهم غشاوة. Next, مزيد nakira. To say لدينا مزيد. With us, there is much more. Okay. So there is much more with us. So here لدينا is the خبر مقدم and مزيد which is نكرة مبتدا مؤخر. So this was a little topic I thought let's cover in this lesson. We will go up to lesson 50 inshallah. We got a few other things, 3 more lessons to go. Okay, up to lesson 50. After that we'll be practicing whatever we've learned right from beginning. We will have an ayah of the Quran and we'll try to learn some ayats as in the Quran, so we have an idea how to translate, how to recognize everything that we've learned, inshallah. So this is the end of today's lesson. I'll see you in the next lesson, inshallah. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.